Cool. Okay. Just gonna reorient with. Okay, so I've got tower, the wind turbine. Excellent. Oh, drill hole. Okay. Um, hopefully first aid kit's still on here because we're on energy. Yes, 5 kit. There we go. Right. Oh, charge and heal quickly. Those are see thing. Don't need that. Oh, that's sensitive. Okay. And then figure out what's going on here because it's been a little bit since we dropped into this. But yeah, hey, it's Celthyn. And we're just playing some. Guess I've got my drill. Okay, cool. Camera's in a bad spot. Might move that across so we can at least see. There we go. That would probably be slightly less ideal for everyone else, but now we can see at least a little bit. Okay, so I've got refinery and an assembler. Need a battery at this point on here. Didn't put one down anywhere. Okay. Do the cargo thing and a battery. Do we have batteries on? Okay. G on you. Battery. Okay. Where do we want the battery? Probably like there. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Oh, didn't think of that. Oops. Use the silly recording thing, but whatever. Right. Oh, what's actually in our inventory? Okay, all sorts of random junk. Okay. Oops. Not what we wanted. Option. We need iron. Okay. Lots of iron. We don't need the computers, that's for sure. I don't think we need that many of them, but oops. Oh no. Okay, so steel plate and construction components we can probably get from elsewhere, and then we need to get some iron up. So, how many steel plate do we need? We don't. Okay, we just need 8 construction components, and then iron, and then it's only of 2 apart, so that's not going to be much good for this. Is there anything else here? That battery. Take off these lights there. Need to be careful with the battery there. Light here as well. Yeah, that would, but we kind of need that. Let's stuff it here though, I think. That's only got 1 construction component. Okay. That's all steel plate. If we can get inside quickly, then can probably. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the landing gear might be a good choice. Whatever. Unknown signals probably aren't really worth it, but they might be construction components soon. It might be worth it in this instance. Right, you've got 2 more construction components. Okay. That's only got 1, but we can grab that quickly. You've only got 1 and it's ways away. You've got 2. Okay, that's probably enough. Nope. Landing gear fell through. I used a 5 in. Okay, that would have been well worth going after. Oh well. Right, that's construction components. And then, because I can't remember hotkeys, drop everything we don't need. Oh, is this? Okay. Yeah. 57 interior plate. We could rip some of this down for extra iron. Need 200 iron though. So we probably. Nope. realistically need to magnesium and silicon. Okay. Don't have an iron deposit, so that's annoying. Iron is one of the more. That's silicon. Okay. There's ice down this way. So may as well head towards that. But yeah, I'm going to need to probably build up a rover reasonably soon so that we can find an iron deposit. Those are kind of important because you need a lot of iron. That was on. Okay, it's just, yeah, not very good. Yeah, we could really do with an iron deposit. Iron deposits are kind of helpful. Because, yeah, you need a lot of iron, and stone is not an effective source of iron. And without our mods to make mining stone more interesting in other ways, it becomes even less of an attractive idea. Right? Because there's, yeah, a mod we reasonably commonly run with, reasonably something that safe has no mods, is one that gives stone a, oh, where's the way out there? A lot more additional stuff. Right. Drop the stone, now there's iron, which will go into here, make the power cells, because, yeah, you can't grind down power cells, so we can't get 20 from the battery on the drop pod, so that won't work. Yeah, and we'll want Roto H2 gen as well at some point, almost certainly, because, yeah, useful to have supplies of that. Okay, I got us a reasonable number, but not enough, really. There it is. Not sure why we would have, well, yeah, probably crashed, don't know. Been a little bit, so. Yeah. Right, quickly pick up more stone. Yeah, not too many traps, hopefully. Because, yeah, would really prefer to just be right-click mining through to get to the ice if we didn't need the stone. But we need the stone because we don't have an iron supply yet. And we're going to keep needing stone until we've got an iron supply. It means building up a little rover. So we can go scout. Because rovers are cheaper and easier than flying things. A significant margin. Also, yeah, not ideal, obviously, but yeah. Okay. How did we do? We got 16, so we're going to need a few more trips, that's for sure. But yeah, that's the next step here is getting hold of iron. And then once we've got iron, we can worry about other things like getting, well, yeah, once we've got a battery up, the base can then sit there not doing anything and gather power, which means we can do things like charge up a rover off of it. Which, yeah, rovers are far less power hungry, which is almost certainly a good thing given we're running on one wind turbine at the minute. And we want to be able to upgrade to a proper refinery, which will eat a vast amount of power when it's running, as will a proper assembler. But yeah, the basics don't eat anywhere near as much power. But yeah. To put it into, so if we go over to the control panel, right, basic refinery currently uses 330 kilowatts. The wind turbine is only producing 330 kilowatts. It can only produce 425, which means the assembler is not running at the minute because that is 280. And so you can imagine how much a proper refinery needs. Battery gives you discharge and charge options. So you can do things like, you know, not run things for a little bit and then run things for a while, and not, you know, have things completely run out, not have the power draw to run. Which is very helpful. Those things are necessary if you want to progress. And of course, it lets you do things like charge up rovers without putting solar panels for all on them, because wind turbines only work on statics. So we can't build our own, and they're only large grid. So we'd have to build a large grid rover and lock it down if we wanted to run it on wind, which is inefficient, and of course solar only works during the day. So although it's a nice idea in theory, it won't work well in practice a lot of the time. But yeah. Oh. We'll need to widen that tunnel as well. There are keys for more of this. Oh, it looks like some might come up soon. That'd be nice. We could really do with clearing some of this out. How are we doing on batteries? 30. Okay, I think I might quickly. Yeah, that's getting closer. There shouldn't be enemies because this is vanilla, and we turned off wolves because they're silly and don't work well as an enemy in most ways. Really. Like, they only work in the very dull sense of giving you a drain on resources without any real potential interest for anything from them. Right? They're not an interest in combat. They're not. Yeah, they don't provide anything interesting. Right? They can't provide you with any resources that wouldn't be more efficiently gained by just mining the right material. Drop those back off. Is that's full? Okay. That won't have helped. Right. Now these can be dropped back off. Quickly grab up more power cells because they're really heavy. Is that still manufacturing now? Not for that much longer, I don't think, but for a little bit. We'll see if that manages to produce enough extra. It's in theory, but in practice, it only works temporarily. Yeah, so we need a lot more steel plate than we can get without mining more reasonably. I mean, we could continue stripping this, and it would get us some steel plate. But it would also be a slow, tedious job that can wait for now. I'm going to wait on that. And then keep mining out stone here, which is also a slow, tedious job, admittedly, but one that has other useful benefits to it, namely mining down to the ice, which admittedly is not hugely helpful, but will help, at least a little bit. And it provides us with other materials. And I wonder how our battery is doing. I can check on that in a bit, but for now, it's not really that relevant. As long as we don't completely run out of power, it's irrelevant. Drop those off. Yeah, but you can see now the refinery and the assembler running at the same time, because for now the battery is, yeah, it's got 15 days of power running everything that's currently being run. So that's not too bad. Yeah, our hydrogen bottle could do with a recharge sometime soon. And if we look at our power, yeah, we could do with recharging ourselves. and obviously our hydrogen's not refilling at the minute because of the fact that this isn't hooked up to our hydrogen supply. You can see it's got container cargo ports on the side, which, yeah. Plan is, obviously, with the O2H2 gen here, that will, yeah, hook up everything. We don't want to weld this up until it can be completely completed, so we've still got cargo access. It'll be awkward cargo access to here, and it might well be worth building up more of a platform at some point. Yeah. But for now, it will do. That will need breaking down at some point, and we could probably do with putting together an actual cargo container as well, because those are useful. Might even be worth putting one in underneath, just a small, underneath the, I think the H2 gen has a cargo pot on the bottom, so we could put it in there. If not, we'll put it beside the survival kit. It's, yeah, this is not a pretty base, this is a starter base, very much so still. So, yeah, we've still got the survival thing up and no rover, so yeah, we really need iron supply, because one of the major advantages of this is that we can get iron, but also going and searching out the iron will be frustrating. How much iron do we actually need? 483, okay. Less than we needed for the batteries. That's good. Probably this last trip will be enough. Yeah. Sure how much use the magnesium is going to be. That's concerningly thin, but it's fine. Oh. Are we even getting closer to the ice, I wonder? It feels like it should be. But, yeah, it's difficult to tell, really. Okay, that's hopefully enough extra. Find out in a little bit. Ooh, sprinting on rough terrain is rough, but you know, we don't have access to hydrogen at the minute. So, but yeah, that's a good point. We don't have any ice anywhere. Well, there's ice there, which we can grab later. But yeah, we really use, okay, light armor. That's interior wall, isn't it? Yeah, that makes sense. Interior walls are cheaper. Oh, okay. Can we disassemble motors quickly and displays for a little bit extra? Those are, oh yeah, they have completely useless amounts of iron in them. The useless amounts of everything. Computers are really cheap. Really thought there was more. Guess not. Vast amounts of silicon, of course. 77, okay. Thought this would be cheaper than it is. But yeah. I guess that's one of the disadvantages of having already mined out a lot of, or having already deconstructed a lot of the other resources available to us and stripped a lot of the skeleton of the thing already, is that there's not much spare for. Oh, come on. Yeah. I need to thin that out again on the way. I need to wind that back out on the way down, but we'll do for now. Yeah, battery still on the quarter charge. They start with some reasonable amount in. Can't remember exactly, but yeah. It's useful, certainly, that batteries start with some level of charge. Should probably mine the bottom instead, but whatever. Yeah. Take this up. Yeah, it's still 40 meters to go to the ice. You can see it's very slow going mining this way in terms of actual distance covered. It really doesn't get many steel plates, does it? How many more do we need? 32. Yeah, so probably going to need 91. Yeah, okay. Got more. Forget just how expensive steel plates are. Wild. How expensive one of the most fundamental building blocks is. Like, you need steel plate for everything, and it's so expensive when you're mining stone on a basic refinery. Like, the amount of stone you get by hand to hit a basic refiner to get through a basic refinery, like, it's far more efficient if you can get a full refiner. If you can get a full refinery with yield modules on stone, you're getting what, twice as much iron out of stone. But even so, it's still not huge amounts. The joys of the slow early period. One of those things, there are scenarios you can play that skip a lot of the early period, which is very understandable why people would play them. Like, you just jump in with, I don't know, a base already made with all the key components ready to go. But yeah, it's very helpful. It saves you a lot on, saves you a lot on waiting, which is very helpful. Not having to worry about, not having to immediately worry about mining up stone just so that you can get iron to build an O2H2 gen, so you can so mining the ice is actually helpful, so you can recharge your hydrogen, so you can do things like go on a scouting trip, not by foot, but by jetpack, right, to try and find an iron deposit. Because, yeah. Although a rover will help a lot with scouting trips, because it means you're just using electricity, which is renewable. Well, hopefully you're just using electricity. You might crash, which is never fun. Crashing rovers gets expensive and time consuming quickly. We have a few more. And a few more. Really? Nothing more? I guess we're going down and picking up what was loose. The 3 more steel plate. Okay. And then it might be worth actively, manually. Really? Thank you. Lost the stone? Not quite. Let's fill that up whilst we're here. So hopefully enough to at least almost fill up. Not quite. But yeah. A iron deposit gets you so much more iron. It's, yeah, crucial for some things, like the actual refinery, which needs 1,000 steel plate. So doing that off stone is wildly impractical, especially if you're mining the stone by hand. And any drill set, it's going to be expensive. Okay, 1 more steel plate, please. There we go. And get this working, at least in theory. Although, of course, without ice, it won't actually do much for us. So it's probably worth going and actually just drilling down to the ice with a right-click drill, so we can get access to the ice deposit. Hopefully that makes that a little bit easier. Right. Okay, right-click down to the ice now. so we can put some ice in. You can see how much faster this is. Oh, that's another silicon deposit. Okay. Let's mine around the silicon deposit without eating into it too much, hopefully. Oh, well, silicon is so cheap, and there's so much here. Just gonna mine through it. This isn't ideal, obviously, but, you know, so much silicon here, and you can get so much, you don't need much silicon, and you can get so much from stone. But, yeah, you need silicon, just mine stone, most of the time. Like, sure, a silicon deposit's helpful, but we've got another one elsewhere. It's not too far away, along with magnesium, so even if this silicon deposit, we somehow manage to run through it, I'm not too concerned. Hell is this ice? Expecting to... I guess it's not that big a deposit. That's unfortunate. Yeah. We'll probably not have a useful path out of here mining like this, but there's the ice. There we go. Yeah, because we're just mining straight down pretty much, which is not great for walkability, of course. But now we have a modicum of ice. Right. Yep, that's pretty much a straight tunnel, a straight up tunnel. So there's no way that's going to be walkable. Oh well. You can see how much, yeah, that silicon deposit, because we've got another one by the entrance. And yeah, because we've got the one here as well, which, yeah, that will get us everything we need on that. Okay, inventory. There we go. A small amount of stone. And then O2H2 gen, we can quickly fill our hydrogen bottle. And we can also, if we go over to here, charge our tank, our direct in-suit tank from the survival kit. Without that eating into... Okay. I wonder what that boulder has. That boulder has, like, iron in it. Oh, that's just a tree. Okay. Render distance. Okay. That boulder had iron. It would have been both a good find and also very disappointing. Okay, right. Time to plan out. Time to strip this down to... well, yeah. First thing first, probably want to grind out a little bit. That's just gravel, we don't need that. The only use for gravel is in reactor components, which we're a long way from because you don't even get uranium on planet. So let's start stripping this, starting with the more expensive components that are left, i.e. the thrusters, and I think there's a landing gear left as well. We'll leave the battery because we want to maintain the want to keep the charge, because as you can see it's at least 3/4 charged based on the lights that are in there. That's inventory almost full. Yeah, we don't have currently the resources to put a survival kit. Why are you holding? You go down to there, please, so you can refine that. Won't get us much, but it'll get us something. Yeah. We might have... How much iron would we need for... This way, we wanted a cargo. Small cargo is 40 interior plate. As a bare minimum, we need... we could try. Might be worth it, but we don't need the cargo space right now, so probably not right now. Right, finish this off. Okay. And then just strip from the side, I guess. Just strap this down. Some of these components are hard to get the hitbox on right, but it's fine. 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Do we have landing gears that we can maybe put on? Just so we can lock this. Okay. Well, that will probably do on that side. And then... take this off. Okay, 1, 2, and then 3. And that there. And then, hopefully, that will at least partially hold it up. It's not a perfect solution by any means, but, you know, it's a bare minimum solution, which is all we really need right now. It's a bare minimum solution, because we just need to be able to get the battery loosely working. Right. Strip the roof. Strip the roof. Do. So that we've got more steel plate available to us throughout the actual rover. We're going to need to do that at some point, or going to want to lay out a rover, because there's not many ways to get from A to B. And we could build a flying thing, but that's flying things are a lot of resources and a lot of power, but often very little gain in mobility compared to just compared to driving, especially, you know, obviously if you want to get up to space, for example, you need a flying thing. But then you probably want a hydrogen flying thing, which, yeah, means mining a lot of ice, and we're not building a miner capable of mining a lot of ice without access to iron deposit. So, step 1, find an iron deposit. Step 2, mine enough iron from the iron deposit to build a miner. Step 3, go mining with the miner. You know, then you can consider things like heading into space. But yeah, step 1 is pretty much always you want to be able to have a rover together so that you can at least somewhat reasonably do things like, you know, walk, explore the map to find deposits. Some people will say it's worth building a large grid ore detector, and maybe it is if you've got extra people around who can do the stone mining whilst you worry about design and stuff, or, yeah. If you're running with deep ores or something as well, then it might well be worth it, because the ores will be out of range of your shallower, out of the shorter range small grid. But yeah, we're not running with deep ores, and we're on our own, which means all the mining has to be done by us. So mining the extra resources for a large grid ore detector and a connection system and the larger rover that's needed to be stable with a large detector, because, yeah, it's 2 large grid blocks rather than 2 small grid blocks, so it's a lot larger. So yeah, no thanks. We do not have the patience for that. Okay, but we're gonna the detector as well. And then keep mining. Just mine things out. Well, grind things down is okay. Finish off this, may as well quickly. Finish off this properly, because we've got the steel plate right now. And then... Nope. Oh. Do we still have... I mean, our build planner. Looks like we might have done. There we go. Drop everything off. It can be dropped off. Yeah. And then just strip this down. Take out the lights. Quickly take out as much of this as we can. The salt light armor. Alright. None of this is overly difficult to grind down, but it's time consuming for the resources gained, as you can see, and yeah, probably not always worth it. But you know, in this instance, we need to get rid of it anyway. So we've got a shell to build things on. And yes, it will keep warning that this is a respawn ship, and it will despawn if you spawn a new one. But that's fine. We're not. Yeah, we've got a survival kit now, so there's no reason why, as long as the survival kit is around, that will respawn us if we need to respawn. There's no reason why this would ever despawn, because there's no reason for us to spawn in a new survival kit, a new respawn ship, and it's not on a timer or anything. Oh, our suit energy's running out. It's fine. Don't really need it. Yeah, we're not in a survival situation where that's a key concern. But yeah, that's a little unstable as it is currently, but it's fine. Right, this will work fine for now. And we can always balance it out by adding some weight on this side in carefully considered ways. Right, is that... Okay, this one. Oh, I'm completely out of energy, okay. But yeah, we'll... Hopefully our battery is charging when we're not using things. Oh, we can turn lights off, it's daytime. That'll help a little bit with battery usage on our suit. Not a huge amount, but a little bit. But yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a very awkwardly set up base currently. But, you know, we can put a floor down and stuff later. We just really need a rover right now. Really, really need a rover. So that we can do some exploration. And find key resources like, you know, an iron deposit. So that we can mine things. So we've got steel available to us in reasonable quantities. For things like the steel plates needed to build almost everything. Oh. Okay, there we go. That is not perfect, but wait. Okay. Time for a very awkward rover design based on this. Question becomes how we want to lay this out. There's a few options. Oh, do we have any interior plate tool that's worth checking? Quickly. If we go here, do we have any interior plate? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So we probably want to quickly produce, assemble, say 10 for now. Don't have any iron currently, so oh, this is a survival kit. Not interested in that. Basic assembler. Stop making steel plate. Make 10 interior. Disassemble 10 steel. Quickly, because yeah, we might need them again later, but we'll want some interior plate for now. Quickly. And then if we go here, we can grab these and they'll help us lay this out. Okay. Right. Time for the super awkward road build. The really silly thing we could do is build it upside down and then flip it. So with the battery sticking out the top in a really awkward fashion that is asking for the battery to be destroyed if we drive badly. Which is not a good plan. But that has never stopped us in the past. So, like, do not build like this, but, well, yeah, consider when building like this how confident you are that you can drive safely. Because, yeah, this is asking for things to be broken. Where's it? We really not easily have, like, one would hope. Automatons, yeah, no, that's just DLC stuff. Conveyor cargo is just conveyor and cargo. Grid automation, yeah, is just the turret controller. Okay. Yeah, it would be nice if this was set up with easily findable cockpits and the like, but apparently not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Potatoes, no. Good old wages, just that. Industrials, no. Unlock, no, don't need them. No. Don't need symbols. Don't need the warfare blocks. Oh, have we not unlocked? Have we done the really silly thing of not unlocking cockpits? That would be frustrating if that hasn't happened. I mean, it's possible. Let's just conveyors and stuff. Okay, so we'll need to build a conveyor. Okay, which we haven't built a cargo port to build a conveyor. To build a... Okay, that's fine. We can do that. Oh, we haven't built a landing gear. Okay, so we've not unlocked cockpits yet. Okay, so I guess first things first, for now, need a landing gear so we can... Forgot about progression. So now... There we go. There we go. Quickly build this. So we've got cockpit. Unlocked. There we go. How did we manage to flip the... Without... Okay. Whatever. Right, you now. Oh, there's cockpit blocks. There we go. Thought that was missing. Unlock cockpit. Conveyor cargo. Going to want cargo container. Have we unlocked wheels? That's a good question. Or are wheels somewhere locked away? They're not with the thrusters. Okay. Oh, we got wheels. Okay. So hopefully. Oh, we've unlocked the basic. Cool. Oh, we unlocked the remote control as well. Excellent. That's useful. There's all DLC stuff. Three by threes. Left and right. And where's the ore detector? Hopefully they've actually unlocked that. We're going to need that. I mean, like, ore detector. There we go. Might be worth having a beacon on that. Nah, we don't need a beacon for now. Right, 5. Oh, small grid, please. Thank you. Put the. Oh, that's too wide, isn't it? Okay. I guess we're building it on this axis. So if I put ore detector there, then I'm going to want to connect it onto this at some point. But for now, put a cargo container there. And one there. And then right, yeah, of course, these don't hook up nicely to medium cargo containers. So this is going to be, nope, that's that way. Unless we can do the really silly thing of having the cockpit like that so it hooks up to the cargo, which is probably sensible. It will look terrible. Wait, that way, because that's the top. That will look terrible and have a terrible view, but right, these are left. That's the front. This would be the left. Wheel. And how far forward can we put these? That far forward. Yeah. Okay. This is going to be a very ugly rover, but it will work. There we go. Okay. Right. So, dump everything we have already into things. There we go. You have anything else? Some steel plate. Okay. May as well dump everything we can first. We stop having things to dump. Okay, there we go. Right. We want cockpit. We want wheels and ore detector. The cargo containers can wait until, I mean, obviously we'll want them up, but they're not crucial in the same way. Isn't to say they're not helpful, but they can wait until we have build capacity reached somewhere along the way. Okay. Well, see how much we can just take out. Not a huge amount, unfortunately, from what we can tell. Yeah, we'll need displays for this. Okay. Okay, we can get the first wheel suspension built. That's always helpful. Oh, we had large steel tubes. Oh, from the thrusters. Yes, of course. We've got a wheel. There we go. Always helpful. Everything for that one. And that's not everything. Oh, the ore detector, of course. Put the ore detector together. There we go. Although, arguably, we shouldn't have built that up, because that will now be using battery power. It's fine. we're not that concerned about power right now. And yeah, we are going to need a connector on this. Oh, that's a very good reason actually to build the okay, cool. Hopefully that's just everything once. If we end up drawing some extra, that's fine. Right. Okay. Okay. Put everything else into production. Yeah, that's nowhere near. We wouldn't have got anything for that. Yeah. Don't think we managed to grab anything extra really. And construction components for that one, okay. Actually quite a lot for that. Okay, yeah, everything but tubes basically. So then if we go production, how's this doing? It needs some more iron. Okay. One small steel tube and 3 large. Yeah. This one can be completed. There we go. This. Okay, I'll get the rover up and running and then call it probably there. Hopefully this is a good length to know. Hard to know. Oh, there we go. That's this wheel done as well. Yeah, the rover is coming together. Just needs to be flipped over, which, yeah, I might use gyros for. It's a little awkward. Okay, and then that also needs a large steel tube. Yeah. Oh wow, we built the book. Oh yeah, we had loads of silicon. We normally don't bother with the bulletproof glass, but given we have silicon, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we probably need to build a cargo container so we can unlock connectors, so we can put connectors on so we can hook this up to the base to charge. Although that can wait until... yeah. Okay, do we have anything we can deconstruct? Yeah, we've got 50 steel plate. Okay. Deconstruct 20 steel plate. There we go. And that's then the wheel suspension and the wheel. And then, yeah, we need to figure out how we're gonna... there are cheap ways of flipping it that just need steel plate, so we'll probably go with those. Right. Okay. Oh. That one doesn't work for shift because that also cancels. Yeah, someone didn't set up keybinds sensibly. Somewhere along the way, production. Oh, right, yeah. Basic assembler. It's going. It'll need more iron than we currently have, but that's fine. Yeah. It will go. We'll see how much it manages to make. Out of iron. Okay. Disassemble. There's like 60 motors available, which we don't need. So disassemble them because we don't need them. And that will help us with everything that we need. Okay, not technically everything, but, you know, a reasonable chunk of stuff. And then we'll need to put a connector on here and a connector on the base ideally as well. So we can charge, but the connectors don't need to be hooked up to cargo, although probably try and do that reasonably quickly, but yeah. Well, we don't even need to do that for a while because Rover should be reasonably power efficient as long as we're sensible about it. Might be worth putting a gyro on there at some point, but yeah, we'll see how it drives first. It's probably going to drive terribly because it's a rover that's been built very top heavy because there's a battery on the top. So yeah, it will drive horribly. We're well aware of this. That's not really the point. Yeah, almost there with it, so that's good. Okay. Almost done disassembling motors. Yeah. And now, hopefully it can assemble everything else. Yeah, it looks like it. So, might be worried about silicon, apparently. But that's fine, we can just mine silicon. If we run out of silicon, we'll go mine some silicon. We've got a deposit right here. And, yeah. Okay, wow, well, we're running out of silicon. That's wild. Was not expecting that one. No, that's silicon. We're good. Oh, yeah, there's loads of silicon. Yeah. Middle click. All components successfully withdrawn. And then we just need to flip this. Cargo! Admittedly, it's on our rover, not on our main thing, but we have cargo. Ooh. Rewild that, just in case. We didn't catch that, we didn't catch that. Didn't catch that. Okay, brilliant. Okay. Okay, now we need to flip this. Here comes the fun task of flipping a rover. We can probably flip this with a gyro, honestly. Probably more sensible to do it that way as well. And we'll probably want a gyroscope on here anyway. And it's a, yeah, more reasonable way of flipping things than the alternative, which is using the fact that blocks have mass inherently to flip them. Okay, components added. And then middle click, we need a large steel tube and 2 motors. Hopefully we can build those. Okay, production, 1 large, 2 motor. Looks like we're good on that. So yeah, obviously some power for inefficiencies from having deconstructed these things earlier and stuff, but right. This is going to be a fun flipping experience, but views we can see in 3D. Okay. So, oh, okay, yeah, we can't flip it this way. Although maybe if we use keyboard. Nope. Okay, cool. Gyroscope. Can't override. Where's your? Okay, yours that way. And ruined our view. So, oh, not that far out, but there we go. GK. Gyro. Probably pitch we want then. Oh. Okay, that hopefully didn't damage anything, but it also didn't help. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, this is kicky. Okay. Okay. That's not, yeah, that's not helpful at all. Okay. Ooh. 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 No, no, wrong way. On. Okay, it's just not quite stable enough. Maybe if we try a lighter amount. Turn off override. Nope. There we go. Right, check for damage. Okay, didn't damage the cargo, didn't damage there. Didn't damage the wheels, on this side at least. Don't come out in a useful spot particularly, but... Okay, didn't damage the wheels, excellent, although we really shouldn't have damaged the wheels. Check. Bits on top. Nope, okay. Quickly take off that. Right, okay. Order detector. Range up to 50. Right, yeah, okay, and... Oh, good. Okay, we need to do something. We need to flip around where this is. Oh, but the wheels are only connected to the... Okay. Well done, us. We managed to build it so it drives backwards. Well, I'm going to leave it here for today and fix that next time. This system signing out. Hope to catch you all next week. Please do remember to like, subscribe, comment, especially if you've got any questions you want answered. Be happy to answer them either in the comments or in another video. So catch you all next week.